Good afternoon, everyone. Happy new month. Welcome to week 4 of Health 360 with myself, Shadia, and the lovely Cass. This week, we're talking about body positivity and nutrition. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, here's just a quick introduction. For you, I am Shadia Azizuddin. My way of helping people is through sharing my love and passion of Forever's health and wellbeing products and business opportunity with the world. And of course, now hosting this talk with Cass by bringing people together and openly sharing, connecting, and helping each other.
Yes. Hey, good afternoon. I'm Cass. I got into fitness about 2.5 years ago. I first became inspired with the industry when I went through my own personal weight loss transformation. Since then, I've studied, I've got my qualifications, I've found the power in my story to inspire. So I'm now a personal trainer, online stuff I upload all the time, hosting this live chat and just bringing communities together, really. Obviously with yourself.
Thank you, Cass. Thank you for that. Just a quick disclaimer, we are not medical professionals and we're not claiming to know it all. We're just here to share our experiences and challenges and our ways of overcoming them and staying on top of things. We strongly believe talking about these things makes it a lot easier to deal with, especially when we realize we're not the only ones going through it or feeling this way. We really hope everyone watching this can either relate to what we're saying in some way and know that you're not alone. And we'd also love for people who do know more ways of helping to come forward and share that with all of us too. Cass, would you like to start by sharing experience and views on body positivity?
Yeah, of course. Right. So first of all, I thought I'd start with a little bit about body positivity. So the question is, what is body positivity? So I have some facts because we all know I love a fact. So body positivity is a social movement initially created to empower individuals, no matter their physical weight or size, while also challenging the ways in which society presents and views the physical body. The movement advocates the acceptance of all bodies, regardless of physical ability, size, gender, race, or appearance and sexuality. So I just thought I'd do some kind of bullet point facts as well, just to help sort of enhance our point. So body positivity has roots in the fat acceptance movement that started in the late 1960s. The fat acceptance movement focused on ending fat shaming. The term body positive even emerged in 1996 when a psychotherapist founded the website thebodypositive.org. After training a client with an eating disorder. The body positive movement, as well as we know it, and it has grown so much in popularity since 2012. Now, the body positivity hashtag represents a number of things. It's not just about weight. It's about feeling confident with your body. It's about accepting your flaws. It's about loving yourself and accepting your body size, your race, your sexuality, your gender, no matter what society think about it or any judgments that may occur. So that's just a few facts about body positivity. And if we'd like to move on, I'll share my experience. That's okay? Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yes, please.
Why am I such a supporter of body positivity? Well, first of all, who wouldn't be, you know? but for me, it's such a positive movement because it's an issue that we would have all faced from a young age. I can think back to school age. Maybe if your memory's that well, you might remember before that. But if we just don't focus on the weight for a moment, if we just look at the school age and sort of how it affects us through our life. I remember being in school and there being sort of like cliques, so who was popular and different levels like that. And you notice very quickly in school that if you're different, if you're a redhead, for example, or if you don't wear the designer clothes and things like that, then you are not you do not necessarily qualify for that clique. And so again, that is a kind of judgment that is already made from a young age. One of the things I remember, well, one of the things that stuck with me through the years is being a person of color. I was once told that I was too white to play with the darker children, but I was too tanned to play with the white children. Now that would be a statement that generally wouldn't affect me. If I heard that now, I'd probably shrug and laugh it off. But it must have seriously affected me at the time, because I still remember it now.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
yeah, and this is what the body positivity is basically trying to abolish. This is why we're so passionate about it. Myself personally, although obviously no longer at a school age, as you can tell, feel like we all through the years still deal with being different or things like that. I remember in my 20s, I had like the short crop bob. I absolutely loved the short crop bob. And one day, I went out, I had my ripped jeans on, I had my hair done. It was amazing. Like, I thought it was amazing. I was in my 20s. What did I know? But a guy actually approached me in a club and basically told me that, he thought I was gay. And he seriously voiced that opinion about how that, he did approve that I was gay. So first of all, whether I am or not is absolutely nothing to do with anyone. It's more to the point of he made a judgment on how I looked, a wrong judgment.
Yeah.
I have two beautiful children, but yeah, and it just goes to show you that, as much as we just kind of we think, oh, these things aren't happening, they're constantly happening around us. So I mean, I could sit here and give like hundreds upon hundreds of examples that have happened throughout my 37 years on earth, which I'm sure those watching probably could as well. And I will say now, I say it a lot, if you want to share your story, please just drop a message and let us know. If you can relate to it, anything, or if you want to add anything, or if you feel anything about what's already been said. So yeah, this is why the thing that's contributing to why I'm so active and why I will post the hashtag a lot. Just to touch on the weight for a little bit, on the grounds of, I believe that people do hear body positivity and they automatically think weight. I hope that I've now expressed that it's not just about weight gain or loss, but it's about a wide range of things. But talking about weight, when I was in my when I was in my younger years, right up until my eldest child, it was about 2, 3, I was very slim. And I mean like size 4 to 8 slim, very tiny. But I always had a very strong hourglass figure. And at the time, that was not a popular figure. So small waist, big hips. And I used to be mocked repeatedly about, oh, childbearing hips and etc. etc. So childbearing hips and things. But that is actually now something that's back in fashion. So actually, apparently my body type is actually quite popular. So, heads up. Fashions go around so much in society that we'll all be popular at some point, no matter what we look like. But since then, my weight has kind of gone up, down. I've had highs. I've had very unhealthy highs. I've had some unequally healthy lows. And again, through this time, I've been spoken to. It's like, oh, you're putting on a bit of timber, or I prefer how you looked last year, or, oh, are you starving yourself? You've lost a lot of weight. And you do get in this kind of mindset, or you can get in this mindset that whatever you do isn't going to be good enough, because whatever you do, you're just going to be judged for.
Mm.
So I'm sure yourselves have lived through something similar. And I think this talk, and I think what we're trying to bring around with this talk, that, you know, you're not the only ones that felt like that, and you're not the only ones that maybe still going through that. And things like this, we are seriously trying to spread awareness that, you know, this isn't right. So what I've done for myself, to end on a positive before I pass over, what I've done for myself is I took a good look at myself first. And then I started building my confidence. And I started to love myself. And I remember being told, and it's a saying that will always go round in my head: people's opinions aren't facts, so just take them in and let them go. I also started speaking to mindset coaches. I started speaking to people in the wellness industry like yourself, listening to chats like this, taking part in chats like this, like doing my research, reading articles, and, you know, and sort of learning more about learning more about the environment, learning more about the industry, and learning more about myself, more importantly. So we're learning more about myself. I then decided what goals I wanted, whether they were popular with society or not, whether someone thinks I need to put on weight or lose weight or cut my hair or whatever. I thought, no, I'll do what I want and set my goals, and I'll be proud of myself. And since I've started doing that, I did start doing that a lot now. I actually feel a lot better. And now this is why I try to advocate kind of to people, you know, this is such a great movement to be involved in. And it's such, you know, you can learn so much, and just talking to people about things like this and supporting the cause, and hopefully there will be less and less of this sort of judgment and shaming that we still have in society. I also did the C9. I'd just like to mention that, hand over. But I will let Shadia talk about C9, because that's well, you're the lady that inspired me, so it makes sense for you to talk about it, for you to talk about it. But I would just like to say, I didn't do the C9 to lose dramatically, or to fit into society because I wanted to look a different way. I used the C9 experience as a learning process about myself. I used it as something. So it taught me about myself. It taught me I had bad habits I didn't even know I had. And it was a short target that I wanted to complete, that I completed. It was a reason to be proud of myself. It boosted my confidence, and I felt great. So it for me, it was motivation. It wasn't a fad thing, and it wasn't a lose weight quick thing. It generally was. That's what it done for me. So I've talked enough. So I will hand over to Shadia, who I think will probably be able to explain things a lot better than what I have.
Thank you so much for sharing all of that, Cass. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to your experiences. For me, it was, yeah, my journey's been very different. Um, being in my mid 40s and having had 3 children, I've had my fair few ups and downs with weight management and body image. Like I'm sure most people do, especially women. We change so much over the years with everything we go through. I went from being a size 6 all of my life to size 16 during my first pregnancy. You can imagine the stretch marks with that, but we will get into that next week. Um, I was a very active young mom, and the weight kind of just dropped off after having the children. Maybe that's why the next time I put on huge amounts of weight, felt sluggish, struggled to breathe when I was just going up the stairs at home, and just struggled with weight loss in general, it was really hard and confusing for me. This was at a time when I'd unfortunately ripped 3 tendons in the shoulder and a protrusion in the spine. And months of being in constant pain and being told I'll need an operation once the swelling had subsided. All those months of steroid injections, physiotherapy, acupressure, acupuncture, none of it working for me. I remember my cousin Majida in Dubai convinced me to give Ayurvedic massage a go before I gave up and went under the knife, because I was just really, really fed up of it all. Um, I will be eternally grateful for her for that. Although the massage would give me great relief for a few days, and that was fantastic, I would then have to keep going back for the treatment again. And I felt like I couldn't keep doing that forever. The excess weight gain was now starting to give me back problems too. And yeah, with 3 young children, that just was not working. That's when I was sent another angel. My dear, dear friend Paramjeet introduced me to Forever Living products, and my life changed forever. The products helped me massively speed up my recovery, manage my pain, and also avoid surgery. I loved the products so much, I became a raving fan and decided to join the company and share the products with the world. At that point, I started to hear a lot of great reviews on the Forever C9 that Cass has just mentioned. I was told it's a cleanse because I was so not into any kind of diet that just would not work for me. So when I was told it's a cleanse, it's not a diet, and that it could put me in the right place to start getting fit and healthy again, I started to look at it. As Cass said, like, it's not a fad diet. It basically just helps you rethink your nutritional needs, flushes out all the nasties, and fuels you with all that is good for you. The more I looked into it, the more convinced I was of that, and I decided to go for it. In just 9 days, my energy levels were soaring. My body didn't ache as much as it did before. My skin looked and felt better than it had in years. I finally had the energy and motivation to start exercising again and get back to my desired level of fitness, I should say. Um, I used to do karate before, and I was quite fit. So I think, yeah, it was just the energy and the motivation that I was lacking, and not being the size I was used to was really hard for me at that point. So just having that again felt really, really good. Now I do the C9 once a year as a reset for my body, like an MOT kind of thing, and I love the results every single time. I do continue to use the aloe gel and the shake daily even after the C9, and I dip into the other supplements if and when I feel I need them. Another thing I'd like to mention, I know I've mentioned the importance of mindset in all our talks so far, and this one's not going to be any different. I truly believe our opinion of ourselves is the most important one. And that's something, again, Cass has mentioned. It's so important what we think of ourselves and not let other people's opinion of us affect us. Unfortunately, we seem to be our worst critics and take what other people say and think about us way too seriously. Um, Again, as Cass was mentioning before, sometimes the remarks passed by someone in our childhood haunt us all through our lives. And most of the time, we don't realize that happened till we really start to look in on ourselves and figure out what's bothering us. A book I'd love to recommend for you all is You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. She's definitely one of my favorite authors. Among a lot of really good gems of wisdom, there's a very simple exercise she shares in this book called mirror work. It's actually a very simple exercise. It's basically what you do is you repeat positive affirmations while looking at yourself in the mirror, really looking at yourself into your eyes and repeating them. It sounds simple, but most people, including me, found it really hard to do to begin with. Do give it a go. I promise you, you'll discover a lot about yourself you didn't even know was there. Once you've discovered, acknowledged, and learned to deal with your old wounds, it's then that we're able to heal and move forward. And it's then that we're able to help and guide our children and other people to do the same. The more we do this exercise, the easier and quicker the healing process becomes. And we can all work on being the best versions of ourselves. Be confident in who we are, what we look like, what we're trying to achieve, just in general in life. So I'm going to leave you with that and pass you back to Cass to share again some nutrition facts.
Yeah. What kind of basically, well, I say basically a lot. It's something you do notice when doing lives, really. Anyway, as you can see, the body positive movement is just such a passionate subject for both of us, and we do actually have so much more to cover on this. So we've decided to spread it over 2 weeks. Hopefully we get your input and your stories as well. And then we can spread it over 3 weeks. Who knows? The more input you have, the more we enjoy it. So, you know, we're happy to listen to all day long, basically. But, you know, if you hear this and have something to say, do spread your opinion. You can even feature in next week's show if you would like. And as I say, we will be covering it over next week. So I truly hope this has inspired you, and I truly hope this has made you think. Or if it's just kind of thought, if you kind of think to yourself, actually, I want to look into this. There's more to it. Next week we are going to cover nutrition facts, but when I say we are going to cover nutrition facts, we are going to go from everything from exercise tips to vitamin boosts to immune system talks to supplement advice to self-awareness books to skincare to well, I've like skincare creams to talking about the show your stripes hashtag. I mean, as I say, there's absolutely loads. So what we plan to do is we plan to give you a lot more nutrient tips next week, but just know that we're gonna that's what we're gonna do next week. There is just so much more to come, and I don't want to kind of cram in the facts at the end. I want you to sort of experience this, think about this, and then join us next week. So it's not quite what Shadia expected. I kind of threw a ball at her there, but I'm going to run away. So I'm going to say happy Easter, everyone, or happy holidays, I should say, and enjoy the next 4 days, or 4 days off, right? 4 days off. Yeah. Enjoy the next 4 days, and yeah, listen, contact us, and next week I promise you will have actual facts.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. Yes, as Cass said, have a wonderful Easter break, everyone. Stay safe and enjoy the long weekend. If you are choosing to celebrate with big feasts and lots of chocolate eggs, enjoy it. Don't make it wrong. Just remember to work it off. Cass has some great exercises on her Facebook page and Instagram for you to follow. I'm just going to do a quick recap before we leave you. Today we spoke about the history, origin, and all meanings of the word body positivity. How we're put in boxes of color, shape, size, etc. at a young age, and how damaging this can be. How the trends on the right body shape and size keep changing over the years, and there's no ideal one. How Forever C9 has helped both Cass and me reset and cleanse, and can help you too. The book Heal Your Life by Louise Hay was recommended to help you work on your limiting beliefs and help you gain confidence in yourself and your body image. Of course, as always, feel free to reach out to either of us for more information on any of these topics. And thank you for watching Health 360, the live health and fitness chat with me, Shadia Azizuddin.
Me, Cass in training.
Follow our pages to be notified of future events. As always, feedback on talk so far, and of course, any advice, stories, links you'd like to share are most welcome. Our topic of conversation again for next week will be body positivity and a lot more on the importance of nutrition. Looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. See you all next week.
Bye.
Bye.